Hello friends, this is Dr. Meenakshi. Welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, I explained line graph vocabulary. Now I am going to explain how you can use those vocabulary words in your task. So let's start with, first of all, statement. The graph below shows the percentage of students in the universities in 4 countries. So here the percentage of students is given especially in the 4 countries. Alright, so first of all we will check what kind of synonyms we can use here whenever we have to, as you know that in introduction part you have to just rephrase the given statement. So whenever you are rephrasing, so that means you have to use synonyms, right? So what can be that? First of all, for the percentage, instead of using percentage as it is, you can use your percentile, proportion or percentum. And for the students, you can use pupils, learners, tutees and scholars. For the countries, because they mention their countries, so you can write their nations. And for the university, there is only one synonym, that is varsity. Right, you can also write here educational institution, but instead of using that words, so best word which you can use here instead of university, that is varsity. So now let's start with introduction. So what you have to do, you have to rephrase the given statement. Okay, so we will start with the common line, that is the given line graph depicts the proportion of the varsity scholars in 4 nations. So after that you have to mention the name of that countries, name of that nations. So you can mention there namely Thailand, Canada, India and Singapore. After that you will mention years, right? So that is between 1961 and 2011. That's all about introduction. You don't have any need to write anything else, right? Only you have to rephrase the given statement. After that we will start with the body paragraph 1. So in the body paragraph 1, what you have to do, first of all you have to check from the initial year. Definitely in the line graph the first rule is that always you have to start with the initial year, first year, and after that among that lines you will check which line is on the top. So from there you will start writing. So here let's check in 1961 this country, it's all about Thailand. So we will start with Thailand. I also wrote here the people who are living in Thailand, they are called as Thai. Right people, Canada means Canadian, you can mention India, Indian, Singapore, you can mention it Singaporean, right? So we will start from initial year, that is 1961. So in 1961 you have to check the value, that is approximately or exactly, that is 24%. So you will mention here 24% of the Thai students. Thai students means who are living in Thailand, right? So Thai students went to the university. So in the initial year you have to mention the percentage, that was 24%. So after that we will check its trend, right? So here we are writing this percentage slightly decreased. Okay, this percentage slightly decreased, and we will check from here that in 1991 you can mention reached to the 20%. Okay, so it's all about this. After that we will say, as you can see that there was a dramatic increase. There was a dramatic increase, and you can check here value that in 2011 the value was approximately, that is 43%. So that is almost double, right? Here the value is 20%, and after that we are saying that it increased dramatically and the value reached to its peak point in 2011 and the value was 43%. Okay, 43%. That's all about the first line, that was all about Thailand. Right, now come to the second one, it's all about the Singapore. As you can check here, it's all about Singapore. So we will talk about this line now. So exactly same as we mentioned in the first line, same as you will start from the initial year only. So you will say, as I written here Singaporean tuties. Tuties means, as I mentioned earlier, that you have to use synonyms also. So instead of writing students, and we are writing here tuties. Going for the graduation were 15% in 1961. So in 1961, how many students went? That were 15%. So we are writing here 15%, right, of the students from the Singapore went to the universities. Okay, after that this percentage grew rapidly. We are not using here the same words increase. First of all, we just mentioned their increase. Now we are writing here grew, right? It grew rapidly. So let's we check here. Exactly, you can check here. Yes, grew. After that slightly decrease, again increase, again increase. So directly we can say that, so it reached to its peak point, zenith point or acme point in 2011 by 40%, right? So you can mention there this percentage grew rapidly and reached 40% by 2011, and in between there were fluctuations. As you can see here, at the increase and decrease, increase, decrease, after that increase. So overall we can say a kind of upward trend, but there were also the fluctuations in between 1961 and 2011. Okay, that's all about body paragraph 1. So here 4 lines are given, so that means 2 lines you have to explain in BP1, body paragraph 1, and others 2 you will explain in body paragraph 2. So now we will check this one. So from where the students were? They were from Canada, right? So let's we check from here. Canadian students, right, or Canadian pupils attended universities in 1961. That were 7%. So right, innu appa likh sakde, pala innu we likh sakde, doesn't matter. So you can say that 7% of students, right, who were from Canada, they just attended universities in 1961, and the value was, we early mentioned there, that was 7%, right? So after that their percentum also went up. Now we are not also using the same word increase here, we are using went up, means vadagisi, right, over the given time period, and reached 20% by 2011. You have to check here 20% by 2011. So overall trend was again upward trend. And the last one, that is all about India. So let's we check. So only 2%, it's all about 2% of Indian learners got admission in the varsities in 1961. So again we are starting with the initial year. So in initial year the value was only 2%. This proportion escalated. Now we are using here escalated. Escalated means again that was there was an increasing trend. So escalated dramatically and reached 10%. Here we can check that the value is 10% in 1971. Right, 10%. So then this percentage slowly increased. After that also increasing trend can be seen, but percentage increased slowly, right, and recorded as 15% in 1991. That was 15% in 1991, right? After that it was labeled off. It was labeled off. Labeled off means there was not any kind of change from 1991 up to 2011, right? So that's all about body paragraph 2. Now let's we check overall. So what you can write in overall? Overall we can say, first of all you have to again check that what kind of trend can be seen here. So 3 types of trend are basically, first one is the upward trend, second one is downward trend, and third one is fluctuation trend. So let's we check. First up इत्थों शुरू करते हैं from the Thailand. So Thailand ਦੀ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ percent initial year ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀਗੀ around 24. So ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 11 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਹੋਗੀ 43%. So that means there was upward trend. Now check the second one, again 15 to 40% upward trend. Now third one, let's we check from 7% to 15%, again upward trend. And the last one from 2%, it reached to, sorry, that was 15, and in case of this that was 20, right? So that means we just want to say कि तीनों ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ सॉरी चारों ਜਿਹੜੇ स्टूडेंट्स ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटी सॉरी डिफरेंट कंट्रीज ਤੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਪਵਰਡ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ, right? So overall it is crystal clear that the proportion of the scholars who went for the tertiary education showed the upward trend, right? Because ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਚ ਚੈੱਕ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਸੀਗਾ that was upward trend. So that's why we can write here ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਦੀ proportion ਸੀਗੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ यूनिवर्सिटी ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖੋ ਮੈਥ ਲਿਖੇ tertiary education. What is the meaning of tertiary education? Tertiary education means graduation. Understood है यूनिवर्सिटी ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ enroll ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ that means they are pursuing graduation or tertiary education, right? Or show the upward trend. So that's all about your line graph. I hope it's clear to everybody, and I hope this video will be very useful for you. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe my channel. मिलते हैं next time नवी वीडियो दे नाल, तद तक लिए bye bye. Thank you.